So in this video, I'll just be doing 5 examples of everything I see in inspection. The scrambles will be on the screen, so you can follow along. The white side should look like that. So starting this inspection, I would start looking around. I see this pair, I see this pair, and that's really it. Also this pair, so we have this pair, and this one. Look at green first. These two would pair up to make a 2-move square, and then this would be right here, red, white, so U, R, Y, U, R, B prime would finish the block. Keep that in mind. Look at orange. Orange, we have this and this would pair in 2 moves, and then inserting them would be like 3 moves, and then this would be here with this. I don't like that second pair, so I wouldn't do orange. And then look at this orange, yellow. RU prime, B, D. This is pretty decent. So I'd either do, I'd probably just do green, white. So here I see this would pair up with an R wide, and then F prime would insert it. This corner would come red here, and then white on top, and then it would go like this. So then red here, white here, and then so red, white. So I'd do U. Now it's red, red. M prime. Now it's red, red. U, red, red. R. Now reds are paired, and blue. Green, and then B prime. So through all that, the R wide would move this here. F prime, U, M prime, or R wide, U. So this would be here and then here. So you'll see that right now. R wide, F prime, U, R wide, U, R back prime. Now right as I was doing that back prime, I saw this go down. So keep that in mind and then just solve those. So this is the second scramble. You can just check that white side. So here I see this orange paired again and this red. Looking around, there's not much else that I can see immediately. So we'd work off of that. So we see this and this is a 3-move square, U prime M2 F. This would go back here, and then this would be here. So R prime, U prime, RB prime. That's a pretty good block. Check orange out just in case. This with this, and this with this. And once I see these two, I know blue would be decent too. So I don't like orange that much because it has B moves it does like 3 B moves or something. So now I'd look at blue because I saw this is a 1-move pair. So blue is very good. We have this with this, which would make these would pair in 3 moves, and then D prime would make the square. This would pair up with that while doing it. So I think I'd do blue. So R wide, U prime, R wide 2 would bring this here, here, down here, paired. This would come here, blue's here, R wide 2 would put blue on the bottom, so these would be paired in the back. And then D prime would solve this square. And then these two would be paired, now they'd just be right there. Wait, what? Yeah, from here, they just go here. So then R2U F prime would solve them. So then RU prime, R2D, R2U F prime. So I know this would end up on the bottom. So before I do R2U F prime, I'll do an RF prime so I can orient this. So I'd go RU prime, RY2D, R2U. I knew this was going to be on the bottom, so I'm going to do RF prime. Now right here I see this, so I'm going to flip it. And I know the edge has to be down there because it wasn't this and it wasn't this. So just go like that. There's the block. Alright, here's the third scramble. You'll have this bar here. So I see this orange paired again for the third solve in a row. I see this with this, which could be interesting. Yeah, that's a possibility. Yellow, I don't really see much. There's like nothing paired at all. Yeah, there's just nothing there. So orange, white, look at that. We have this pair, which is sort of bad. But then this and this is a 2-mover. Let's look at red. I said this was interesting. So this R2 would put it here, and then U prime, L prime would pair it with this in the back. D would solve the square. So I think I'd do red. So R2 puts this red here, U prime puts this red here, L prime would pair it with this, and that same L prime would pair this with the green center, so then it would be a D away from making the square. R2 would put this edge down here with blue, the D would bring the blue here, R2 U prime L prime would just do U prime L prime, so red, white, L prime would put white, red, so then I know when I have this corner with white here and the edge back here and with blue, I do U, R prime, U prime, R, B prime. So now I track this. So R2, U prime, L prime, D, U, R2, wait, R2, U prime, L prime, R2, U prime, L prime, DU. So it'd just be right here. Yeah, that took way longer than it should have. So this R2, U prime, L prime, DU, I see these two right in front of me. So when I do this R2, I know I'm going to do a UM2 to pair those up because I knew this was blue there. Saw these two. There it is. So this is the fourth scramble. Your white side will look like this. We see this pair immediately. We'll check out green. This pair again. This pair. And that's pretty much it. So we'll look at green first. Green, the pieces are these two, which is a pretty easy pair. Then these two. So I guess I do this one first. And that would just do an R2 to this. So then U2, RU prime, R prime, F prime would solve the square, the block. So that's not too bad. It's just RU. There's a lot of R and U moves, so it'd be finger tricky. Looking at this red yellow, we have this with this, which is R2 U prime B2 to pair, and then that would put this here, and then this corner is here in a bad position, but we can just do FU2 to pair them. This is also not too bad, but we have this built pair, so we want to consider the orange yellow, and we have this right here, so that would be RF2, RF2D. So this is definitely better than the other ones. So RF2D would bring this here, F2 would bring it here, and then actually no, I do R wide F2D. No, that doesn't work. So RF2D, that would bring this to the top, this here, and then here, and then that would get this ready for a D to pair them up, and then this would be here with orange on top. This wouldn't move. So then orange on top, I do a U prime. Now they're here. And then R prime, U prime, R, U prime, B would pair them and insert them. So we'd find this edge. So RF to D, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, B. It would be either here or here. I'm not really sure right now. I don't really want to spend the time looking for that because at this point I'd start the solve. So R, F2, D, U prime, regrip, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, B, and just as I predicted, this is in one of those two spots. So here I see these two, which don't go together, but I see this, which has to be the corner that goes with that. So at this point, I do U prime, R wide 2, U prime, and then join them in the back, and then these two. So this is the last scramble. I see this blue, yellow. This pair could make some interesting stuff. So could this one. What else do we have? That's really it. So looking at blue yellow, we have this with this, but the rest of the block is pretty bad. Orange yellow, we have this paired and this, but if this edge were flipped, it would be a better block because then I can do U prime, R prime, and those would be paired, but it's not. So that's sort of unfortunate. Looking at these two, we have this, which is bad, but doing this pair will set this up to a really good case. So I do green yellow. So R wide prime would put this here and put this here. So these would be like orange would be here and red would be here, and this wouldn't move. And then U2 R prime F would bring red here and then red here. So these would be paired. F would bring this with orange top. Now, if you remember from the R wide prime, this is just going to be orange in the back. So then orange in the back, orange right here. U2 R B prime would finish the block. And then looking for this would be right here. So just do a B prime the whole time. I mean, it would move around, but the net effect would just be a B prime. So here we'll do that. R wide prime, U2 R prime F, U2 R B prime. And since I know that was going to be there, my first move is going to be an R wide prime. I see this right here, and I know this is the corner that goes with it. So after I do that U, this pair came up to my sight. So I just go like this. I remember this was here, this with this.